Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So continuing to hear from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, and chapter 25. So Krishna, in the previous chapter we heard, he told Nanda Maharaj and the other cowherd men not to do the Indra Puja and instead to do the Govardhan Puja, and they all followed Krishna and did the Govardhan Puja. And now we are hearing how Indra is very upset. His pride has been hurt. It's like how dare they don't do my puja, and instead they're listening to this small boy. So he's instead thinking that Nanda Maharaj and the coward men have become proud. And that's why they're not doing his puja, whereas he's the one actually who's become proud, forgetting that whatever powers he has are also given to him by Krishna. He's forgotten that Krishna is the Supreme Lord. So reading on, Esham Shriya Avaliptanam
Esham Shriyavaliptanam
Krishnen Adima Pitatmanam
Krishne Adima Pitatmanam
Dunuta Shri Madastambam
Dunuda Srimadastambham
Pashunyata Sangshayam.
Pashunyata Sangshayam.
Translation and purport by the disciples of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. To the clouds of destruction, King Indra said, the prosperity of these people has made them mad with pride, and their arrogance is packed up by Krishna. Now go and remove their pride and bring their animals to destruction. It is clear from this verse that the residents of Vrindavan had become highly prosperous simply by protecting cows, since Indra wanted to destroy their so-called pride based on wealth by killing their animals. So here Indra is speaking to the Samvartaka clouds. Samvartaka clouds are usually, they are the clouds which pour down the rains at the time of devastation, because so much water has to fill the earth. So these Samvartaka clouds they do that at the time of destruction, pralaya, right? So now he's calling those clouds because he wants to flood, he wants to completely destroy Vrindavan, wants to kill their animals. Here they in the purport is mentioned that the Brajvasis then become opulent, prosperous by protecting cows. So that's why Indra wants to kill their cows. Well-tended cows produce large quantities of milk from which come cheese, butter, yogurt, ghee, and so on. These foods are delicious by themselves and also enhance other foods, such as fruits, vegetables, and grains. Bread and vegetables are delicious with butter, and fruit is especially appetizing when mixed with cream or yogurt. Dairy products are always desirable in civilized society, and the surplus can be traded for many valuable commodities. Thus, simply by a Vedic dairy enterprise, the residents of Vrindavan were wealthy, healthy, and happy, even in the material sense. And most of all, they were eternal associates of the Supreme Lord Krishna. So because their cows were happy, they were taking care of the cows so nicely. So the cows were happy. They're happily giving so much milk. And the cows also happy because Krishna was there. So they were giving a lot of milk, and with the milk they were making all this butter and cheese and yogurt and ghee. So with that, they could have very nice food, very nice food stuff, and they could trade. Before there was no money, right? It was barter system. You exchange what you have more of to get the other things that you need. So because they had so much of these milk products, then they could get so many other things. So in material sense also they were happy. But of course the point is that they're all associates of Krishna. Right? Aham chair avatam nagam.
Aham chair bhavatam nakam.
Ah, Eravatam. Okay. Aru, Aru, Anu, Vraje, Vrajam.
Aru Aruyanu Rajam Aruhayan hmm, Aru Aru Anu Raje Rajam
Marut Ganer Mahavege.
Marut Ganer Mahaveger
Nanda Goshta Jigamsaya.
Nanda Gostha Chikham Shea.
I will follow you to Vraj, riding on my elephant Airavat, and taking with me the swift and powerful wind gods to decimate the cowherd village of Nanda Maharaj. The Samvarta clouds were frightened by Indra's powerful mood and thus carried out his order as described in the following verse. So Indra is making a very terrible plan. He's sending the Samvartaka clouds. He's saying, I will also come there on Airavat, and I'm bringing the wind gods there, swift and powerful. So there's going to be so much wind, so much rain. All the Brajvasis are going to be destroyed. The whole village will be destroyed. Shishuka Vachan.
Shri Shuka Vacha
Itham Maghavat Agyapta
Itham Magavata Yanpata
Megha Nirmukta Bandhanaha
Megha Nirmukta Bandhana
Nanda Gokulam Asare
Nanda Gokulam Ashare
Vedayam Asur Ojasa.
Hidayam Ashur Ojasa.
Sukadev Goswami said, on Indra's order, the clouds of universal destruction, released untimely from their bonds, went to the cowherd pastures of Nanda Maharaj. There they began to torment the inhabitants by powerfully pouring down torrents of rain upon them. The Samvartaka clouds could cover the entire earth with a single vast ocean. With great strength, these clouds began flooding the simple land of Raj. So these clouds, when the full earth, they usually called when the full earth needs to be filled with water. And now Indra is telling them to fill Raj. Raj is so small compared to the full earth. With Vidyotamana Vidyubhihi
Vidyottamana Vidyubhihi
Stanantaha Stanayitnubi
Istannata Istanitubhi
Tivrer Marut Kaner Nuna
Tivrer Marud Ganer Nuna
Vavrashur Jala Sharkara.
Vavrashur Fal Jala Sharkara
Propelled by the fearsome wind gods, the clouds blazed with lightning bolts and roared with thunder as they hurled down hailstones. Srila Sridhar Swami explains that the word Marudgane indicates the seven great winds such as Avaha, who presides over the region of Bhuvarlok, and Prabhaha, who holds the planets in their places. So the wind gods have come. It seems they are Maruts. They're, the Marut by the wind gods. So there are seven great winds, it seems. Avaha is there on the region of Bhuvarlok, Bhuvar. So the earthly planets, right? Bhuvarlok. And then Pravaha, the winds that hold the planets together. So two are mentioned, but there are five others. That's not mentioned here. So anyway, so much winds are blowing. Clouds are pouring down so much rain. Sthuna sthula varshadhara
Sthuna sthula varshadhara
munchatsva abhireshva abhikshanashaha.
munchat swa abhishwa abhishanasha
Chalauge plavyamana bhur
jaloke plavyamana bhur
na adrishyata nato nato natam.
nadarsyata nato natam.
As the clouds released torrents of rain, as thick as massive columns, the earth was submerged in the flood, and high ground could no longer be distinguished from low. So the rain, you know how rain falls? So we have seen thick, like heavy rainfall also. And the water drops are so big, right, compared to a light rain. But here the water drops are as thick as massive columns. So big. Each raindrop is so huge, like a column. How much rain there was. So soon the earth is there filled with water. Ati ra, as, sarati vatena,
Ati asharati vatena
shavo jata vepanaha,
pashavo jate vepana
gopa gopyascha shit arta,
gopa gopyasya siddhartha
govindam sharanam yayuhu.
govindam sharanam yayu.
The cows and other animals shivering from the excessive rain and wind, and the cowherd men and ladies, pained by the cold, all approached Lord Govinda for shelter. So now there's so much rain, there's so much wind, everyone's wet and everyone's cold, including the animals, the cows, all the other animals, the gopas, the gopis. They're going through so much turmoil, so they come to Krishna now for shelter. Shira sutamscha kayena
Shira shutamsha kaena
prachadya sar pradya prachadya asar pidita
prachadya sharpidita
vepamana bhagavataha.
Vepamana Bhagavataha
Adamulam upayayu.
Padamulam Upayayo.
I, mm, trembling from the distress brought about by the severe rainfall, and trying to cover their heads and calves with their own bodies, the cows approached the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So the cows are so much in trouble, in distress now because there's so much rain. So it's so cold. They are trying to protect their calves with their own head and their bodies. They're trying to cover their heads and calves with their own bodies. So somehow the other, they're coming to Krishna in so much distress. Krishna, Krishna, Mahabhaga,
Krishna Krishna Mahabhaga
Tvannatham Gokulam Prabhu,
Vannatham Gokulam Prabho
Ratum Arhasi Devana,
Ratum Arhasi Devana
Kupitat Bhakta Vatsala.
Kupita Bhaktavatsala.
The cowherd men and women address the Lord. Krishna, Krishna, O most fortunate one, please deliver the cows from the wrath of Indra. O Lord, you are so affectionate to your devotees. Please save us also. At the time of Lord Krishna's birth, Garga Muni had predicted, Anena sarva durgani yuyam agyastarishyatha. Bhagavatam 10.8.16. By His grace, you will easily cross beyond all difficulties. The residents of Vrindavan were confident that in such a great emergency, Lord Narayan would empower Krishna to protect them. They accepted Krishna as everything, and Krishna reciprocated their love. So they've come to Krishna. They're saying, Krishna, Krishna Mahabhaga, O most fortunate one, please save the cows and save us also. You love the cows so much, so you please save the cows. You love your devotees. We are your devotees. Please save us also. The purport is mentioned because the Brajvasis knew Gargamuni had told them that any danger comes, Krishna will save them. Krishna will protect them. So they always think that somehow the other, Narayan gives some special power to Krishna, to their baby Krishna, to their small child Krishna, to protect them. Yeah, they always think, okay, Narayan is God, and he gives these powers to Krishna to protect them. Shila Varshati Vatena
Shilavar Shativatena
Anyamanam Achetanam
Anyamanam Achetanam
Nirikshya Bhagavan Mene
Niriksha Bhagavan Mene
Kupit Kupitendra Kritam Hari.
Kupeta Indra Kritam Hari.
Seeing the inhabitants of his Gokul rendered practically unconscious by the onslaught of hail and blasting wind, the Supreme Lord Hari understood that this was the work of angry Indra. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains that the severe distress Indra apparently inflicted upon the residents of Vrindavan was an arrangement made by Sri Krishna's pastime potency to enhance the loving dealings between the residents and the Lord. The Acharya gives the analogy that for a hungry person, The pain of hunger increases the happiness he feels when he finally eats excellent food, and thus hunger can be said to enhance the pleasure of eating. Similarly, the residents of Vrindavan, although not experiencing ordinary material anxiety, felt a type of distress at the activities of Indra and thus intensified their meditation on Krishna. When the Lord finally acted, the result was wonderful. So Krishna is seeing that his devotees have come to him, his Brajvasis have come to him. They're almost practically unconscious. There's hail, there's blasting wind. So Krishna is now saying, so this is Indra who's doing this. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is explaining that what the Brajbasis are feeling, this distress, is not Mahamaya. That is the work of Yogamaya, pastime potency of Krishna. When we are in distress, we are in Mahamaya, right? Material distress. But here the distress the Brajvasis are feeling, it is Yogamaya to make the meeting more sweeter. So the example they're giving here is when a person is very hungry, then we relish the food more, right? Like when we are very thirsty, then when we drink water, then we're like, so nice, water is so wonderful. And then, so when we are very hungry also, so the food tastes so delicious, it's so nice. So here the Brajvasis are feeling so much distress. And then now when they meet Krishna, the meeting is going to be so wonderful. Any comments, questions?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, in the beginning there was mentioned when Indra became very angry. So earth was flooded. So it means the Golok, right? Or
Yeah, Vrindavan. Right?
Vrindavan. So that was the earth, like whole earth was only Vrindavan that time.
No, no, no. So it specifically it means that the earth, that Braj area, the
Oh,
Braj area was flooded,
okay.
not the full earth.
Mm.
Mm.
And the cloud name Samantaka or something, right?
Samvartak. Yeah.
Samvartaka. So it is also a demigod, the cloud demigod, something like that.
Should be, yeah,
Sure. Okay.
because even the winds, there's a ruling deity of the winds, right? So there will be
Mm.
ruling deity of the clouds also.
Oh, or something like he is under the Indra Dev, something like that.
Yeah.
That's why he obeyed and he went to Vrindavan
Mm,
for rain or
that's right.
something. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Because Lord Indra is in the charge of rainfall, right?
Hmm.
That's his department.
Hmm. So, like Krishna is supreme, and all demigods are under them. And again, the sorry, in demigods also they have some sub for their different works.
Assistance.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
they'll have some assistance. Yeah. Like how
Oh.
you have a big corporation, a big company.
Mm,
There'll be CEO, then there'll be different departments, then each department will have their own
mm,
managers. So then those managers will have people working under them.
mm. Okay, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay. So let's stop here then. Thank you all so much for listening and joining. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki